Hello students, myself Professor MC Murugesh. Welcome to video course Engineering Drawing, session Projection of Solids. In this video session I will be taking pyramids. Here I have considered hexagonal pyramid. Let me read out the problem. A hexagonal pyramid of 30 mm sides of base and 60 mm height is resting on HP on one of its base edges with its axis inclined to 40 degrees to HP. Draw the projection when the axis appears to be inclined at 30 degrees to VP. Here you have got hexagonal pyramid. The base is hexagonal, which has got six edges, six corners. On the edges, you have got six slanted triangles, all meeting at a point which is called as apex or vertex. Sorry. And this is the drawing representation. All the front view, which is represented as continuous, which is not visible, represented as dashed lines. After knowing the hexagonal pyramid, let me come back to the problem. So you can see that some of the words are highlighted by red color. Those are all the data which has to be considered while solving the problem. The object is hexagonal pyramid having side size 30 mm. I am showing in the cursor and height 60 mm. Draw the center of the axis. From here, go and meet the apex. That is axis. The axis height is 60 mm, which also equal to the height of the pyramid. And it is resting on HP. Why I have underlined is, you can also do the problem on resting on VP also. But in this session, I have concentrated resting on HP. In next video session, I will be doing resting on VP. Which part of the object on one of its base edges? Axis is inclined to 40 degrees to HP and 30 degrees to VP. The hexagonal pyramid is inclined to both HP and VP. When any object or solid is inclined to both HP and VP, how to solve the problem? Here are all the steps. Resting on HP condition. Draw XY line, VP and HP, front view, top view, theta phi. All this template drawn. First view has to be drawn on HP because resting on HP. Top view based on the condition. First view. With the help of this, second view is drawn. These are all the two views parallel to planes. From here we are going to get true shape and size. First set. We have to draw the second view and position is in the third view as per the condition given, that is inclined to HP theta. This is third view. Then with the help of this, draw the fourth view. Then this is the second set, two views, surface inclined to HP. Next, redraw the fourth view in the fifth position, making inclined to VP, which is represented as 5. Then, with the help of fifth view, draw the sixth view. This is the third set, two views, surface inclined to VP. I am marking the cursor here. Sixth view is the final view, which is inclined to HP, inclined to VP. The same conditions has to be adopted, but before going to solve the problem, we should know the rules to draw that. Total 6 views. Rules to draw 4th and 6th view. Rule number 1, draw vertical projectors. Rule number 2, draw horizontal projectors. Rule number 3, identify the points. For hexagonal pyramid that has been taken in the problem, it will be 6 base corners and 2 axis points. The apex or vertex is coincided with the coincided with the axis point. So it is 6 plus 2, it is 8. But here this points depends upon the which solid you have taken. In this case it is hexagonal pyramid, hence it is 8. Rule number 4, join the boundary. Rule number 5, object nearer to the observer are visible, away are invisible. Rule number 6, select the resting point on reference line. Identify the notations, then move to the top view. Line connected from these points are hidden. Means in drawing it is represented by dashed lines. All these rules will be clearly explained while solving the problem. Rule number 7, no two continuous lines or no two dashed lines will cross, but continuous and dashed line can cross. Symbolically I will explain. Here you can see two continuous lines. Can it cross? No, wrong. Two hidden lines means dashed lines. Can it cross? No. Answer. Can continuous and dashed line can cross? Yes, it can cross. You have to adopt 7 rules in order to draw 4th and 6th view. We'll see that. I am bringing back the problem. Hexagonal pyramid of 30 mm sides of base, 60 mm height is resting on HP on one of its base edges with its axis inclined to 40 degrees to HP. Draw the projection when the axis appears to be inclined at 30 degrees to VP. We'll solve it. XY, VP, HP, front view, top view, theta, phi. This is the template which helps us to do the solution. Keep in mind, we have to draw the 6 views starting from top view in HP. Yes, I have drawn an hexagon in such a way that one of the edge is resting because as per the data given in the problem. You can draw hexagon by geometrical construction or by circle method. Any one method has to be adopted and drawn. Here, you can have a look here. I'm drawing I'll bring the cursor, all the lines. Same thing in the prism you should not draw because that is prism, but this is pyramid. All the corners of the base are meeting at a point apex. That's why these lines are represented. And side size is 30 mm. Now I've got 6 corners. Let me name this as A, B, C, D, E, F. O1 represents the axis. Now draw the vertical projectors. Then you know the axis height which is equal to the pyramid height which is 60 mm. From here draw an axis to the height of 60 mm and construct a triangle. Yes, because the axis is overlapped by one of the slant edges. That's why you cannot see the axis. After constructing the equilateral triangle, which is 60 mm height, then you have to name it. Red arrow mark came, which indicates that it is the observer. If the observer is standing here, this observer can see A, B, and C. Observer cannot see the 3 letters. Those 3 letters in front of you, it will be in brackets. That's why I marked a red line. Front half of the red line is visible, back half of the red line is invisible. Okay, we'll see that. In the front 2 dots are marked. A dash is visible, B dash is visible, C dash is visible. Hope you understood. Red line, front of it, 3 visible. But 3 more letters are there. D dash, E dash, F dash. They all come in brackets because they are behind the observer. Then O dash, O1 dash. The front view has been drawn. Then it is telling that axis inclined to 40 degrees to HP theta. Theta comes above XY line. I have underlined it. Use 90 minus theta. Here in this problem they had given 40 degree. 90 minus 40 is equal to 50 degree. So leave some distance from here. Mark a point. Take your protractor and make 50 degree line. On this 50 degree line, you have to redraw the second view where I am moving the cursor. This front view, you have to redraw. C dash, D dash I have brought, that is the point where it is sitting. Then take the divider, measure from C dash to B dash and mark on this line. And it will be B dash, E dash. With the help of same divider, mark from B dash to A dash. This is the point. Now, this is the height. What is the height? 60 mm. You will get the apex. Yes, very good. Apex we got, O dash. And then from A dash you have to join to O dash. From O dash to C dash you have to join and complete the view. Yes, you got redrawn. This is the third view. O1 dash. This is the axis extended and then this is the triangle. If this will be the 90 degree, 50 degree, left out is 40 degree. That's what they have asked in the problem. I am moving the cursor. Axis inclined to 40 degrees to HP. This is the method you have to adopt. Then only your pyramid will sit on the reference. So I'll indicate this as the axis inclined. Next, rules to draw fourth view. Draw the vertical projectors. Draw the horizontal projectors. Earlier slide I told when solving the problem step by step I'll tell all the rules. So I told vertical projectors, horizontal projectors. Next, identify the points. In this case, 6 base corners and 2 axes and 1 vertex which is coincident with the axis. How I will tell? A horizontal, A vertical, first point. B horizontal, B vertical, second point. C horizontal, C vertical, third point. D horizontal, D vertical, fourth point. E horizontal, E vertical, fifth point. F horizontal, F vertical, sixth point. 6 points I got. Like that, I have to mark apex or vertex O dash, vertical, O horizontal, and then the base of the axis. Here you got this one O1. So I marked count how many? 8. So third rule over. Next rule, join the boundary. Carefully observe how I am joining. No point should be outside the boundary. So I joined the boundary. Next rule, nearer to the observer are visible, away to the observer are invisible. Then where is the observer? I'll bring the observer. You can see the eye came. Eye means this is the observer. This observer can see O dash, A dash, F dash, things can be seen. That will bring it here. So nearer to the observer are visible. So go to top view. Yes, red arrow mark came. He can see O dash, A dash, F dash, B dash, E dash, all the points he can see. So OA I joined, OF I joined, OE already joined in boundary, OB already joined in boundary. So I took care. Once again I repeat, this observer can see O dash, A dash, O dash, F dash, O dash, B dash, O dash, E dash. That's it. I'll come here. I'll repeat. So in this OB already joined in boundary, need not worry. OE already joined in boundary, need not worry. Left out is OA. Let me join this, join. OF, join, completed. Next, identify the point which is exactly opposite to the observer. Observer means I. To this observer, which is the point? Yes, I have marked with red circle. So here, two things are there, C dash and D dash, means it is a straight line. Now, after identifying the point, cross the XY line, go to the fourth view, that is top view, here where I am pointing the cursor, and identify those 2 points, C and D. Yes, identified. Now, the line joining from these points will be hidden. Which are those points? C and D are the family members of the base corner, A, B, C, D, E, F. And they also get connected to the vertex. So all the lines connected will be hidden, represented in dashed lines, as they cannot be seen from the observer. Yes, C to D it is connected, C to B it is connected, D to E is connected, base hexagon completed, but C and D also gets connected to the apex, got connected, yes, completed. In order to check your fourth view is completed, count the total number of edges excluding axis. So I will count. Base edges are 6, slant edges are 6. 6 plus 6, 12. So count here. Already I have got 6 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 plus 6, 12. All 12 edges are taken care. Hence, my fourth view is correct. Then introduce the axis. So after drawing the fourth view, Lot of students find difficulties in redrawing the fifth view. That means take the fourth view and redraw it in fifth view. Please have it in mind, never take the first view. Always you have to take the fourth view in order to draw the fifth view. That's what I have represented in the guide path of the six views. So now it tells that draw the projection when the axis appears to be inclined at 30 degrees to VP. So in order to accommodate the entire view, I have taken some space and moved down, draw an horizontal line. These two lines are parallel, so my angle will be same. So 30 degree, take the protractor and mark it. How to redraw? Some simple steps I'll tell. Come to fourth view where you can see the cursor and draw the border represented in green color. Notice the shape of the border. It is rectangle. Draw the same rectangle on 30-degree line and then identify the points and draw the view. See step by step. Yes, as I told rectangle, it has got length and breadth. Measure the length where you can see the cursor movement. Measure the breadth and find out the breadth midpoint. Mark the midpoint here. Draw the breadth here. Draw the length. You got the rectangle. Then on all the rectangle there are many points. Identify those points and complete the view. Yes, O is here. So it's very easy. I marked it. And if you come opposite to O, this line, this is the midpoint, this is the midpoint. Take the divider. On either side of the midpoint you have got A and F. On either side of the midpoint you have got A and F. Measure it and transfer it here. A, same like F. Then draw a line. What is this? Take the divider, measure from here to here the distance and transfer it here and draw a line. This line endpoints has got 2 points, E and B. Mark those 2 points. And also it has got O1. E and B marked. With the help of the same divider, measure from this point to this point, like this, draw a line, and also the width point, like this. Yes, how to measure? Go to the boundary of the rectangle from here to here, where you can see the cursor from here to here. Whatever the width is there, measure it and draw from here. Same way from here to here, measure the width and draw from here. Identify the points. You got all 6 points plus 2 points, totally 8 points. Now you join it. Complete the view. You got the fifth view drawn at an incline to 30 degrees to VP. After drawing this, in order to draw the sixth view, again apply the 7 rules. I will tell. Draw the vertical projectors. Completed? Yes. Draw the horizontal projectors. Okay. Third, identify the points. As I told, 6 plus 2 will identify. How to identify? Go to the respective letter. First one is A. From A, vertical projector, A horizontal. Like this, adopt the procedure and find out the 6 points. A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash. All the 6 points were found out. Now only you can find out the axis points. If you are getting confusion, complete the diagram and then you can fix it at the end, or now only you can do. O dash is the apex, O1 dash is the another point of the axis. Now as I told, the nearer to the observer is visible, away to the observer is invisible. God has given 2 eyes. I have kept one eye here, another eye will come here. Please see the cursor. This is where the observer sits. What all the observer can see that are visible in the sixth view, which that cannot be seen by the eye, is invisible in the sixth view. So since the eye is positioned in this way, it can see the base of the pyramid. Base of the pyramid means A, B, C, D, E, F. That can be seen in the sixth view. That will make it here. Before that, join the boundary. I finished by joining the boundary. Then as per the observer can see all the base, I will complete the base. Yes. I finished drawing the base and two arrow marks tells that what all the observer can see and I have marked it. Next, opposite to the observer, find a point. Which is that point? Yes, D is the point. So cross the XY line, go to the sixth view, identify where it is. Oh, D and E, one more point is there. Go to that point. The line joining from these 2 points to the apex will be hidden, means dashed. Okay, this is how to complete the problem. My seventh rule tells that no two continuous line can cross or no two dashed line can cross, but continuous and dashed line can cross. How is that? Let me explain. Here you can see a dashed line that is represented in red color. Here is the black line. So these two dashed and continuous can cross. By mistake, if you have drawn this dashed line as continuous black line, then this black line is two black lines crossing, not allowed. Or if you had made this dashed line, two dashed lines crossing, again it's wrong. So please cross check, accordingly make the continuous and dashed line. Here in this case it is correct. Hope understood how to solve when a solid, that means here hexagonal pyramid, is inclined to both HP and VP by 6 views, and this sixth view is inclined to HP, inclined to VP. These are all the steps to draw this. Finally, introduce the axis. Thank you.